Hello, this is Salon Etiquette with Miss Camille. And tonight we're going to be talking about the consultation. The consultation is one of the most important things that you need to do concerning a service. A lot of people think the most important thing is getting out the best hairstyle or doing the latest and the most fashionable hairstyle. But one of the most important things is the consultation. The consultation is like top notch. And the other day, a customer came into the school. I'm a licensed cosmetology instructor at one of the local schools, and I have over 30 years of behind the chair work experience in cosmetology. And I've learned over the years that the consultation is the most important thing. For one, you may or may not be able to do the service. Might not be something you specialize in. And two, the client's hair might not be in a proper condition to take the service. And with that being said, it's going to tie into my story today, because three, they might not want to be financially obligated to how much it's going to cost for everything they might want done. So a lady came in, she wanted extensions. Her hair was maybe past her shoulders, and she had blonde hair. She had about 2 or 3 inches of new growth, so she wanted the weave to blend in with the her natural hair. So she ended up wanting to get her hair colored, her hair cut, and the weave. Now, mind you, the weave service is one thing, the haircut is another thing, and the hair color is another thing. But I'll remind you, she came in, she only stated she was getting hair extensions. She ain't saying nothing about all that other stuff. So, hun child, let me tell you, you have to make sure you talk to your customers, and especially if you haven't done their hair before. Someone new, they have, this bright idea how they want their hair done and all that. But honey, you have to be, before you start, you have to find out if you can do it, and if you can't do it, this is another topic. You need to refer her out, because if say she wants goddess braids, Lord knows I don't know how to do no goddess braids, but I do know how to do the hair extension. Then if the person comes in and they want goddess braids or whatever like that, and end up you can't do it, and your friend down the street does, another hairdresser down the street does it, your co-worker down the street does it, then you need to refer, hey, Norma down the street does that, I'm going to give you her number and you can schedule an appointment with her. Or Tyrone up the road does that, let me give you his name and number so he can do that. And you build a team, a network of other hairstylists in the area, because next time they get a customer and it's something that they don't do, they're going to refer you. Hey, I can't do that, but such and such will do that. Or maybe if you're going out of town or whatever, you can have someone to refer your clients to. So it's good to be, friendly with other hairstylists and build a team and a network. But anyway, back to the consultation. So let's say the hair extensions by themselves were come out to be $200 or $300. Let's say just by itself, because she had one bundle, and then she said she was gonna go buy 2 more. So it was a European American Caucasian lady. So her hair was real thin. So I don't know where she thought she was gonna like sew the hair in it or whatever, because it was her hair was really thin. And something like that, I would have just recommended the clip-ins or tape or something like that. And I wouldn't really recommend the beads, because I noticed a lot of times with those beads, when they clip them on, it kind of makes their hair thin. That's just my experience that I've seen. That's not to say that it doesn't work for everyone, but you have to be real careful with the hair extensions and make sure you don't leave them in too long, or don't tug on them when you get those beads, whatever. But anyway, back to the consultation. So once the student, once he was going into the consultation with the client, and he was explaining to her, which they did the patch test, and they gave her estimate, told her, how much it was going to be for the haircut or whatever. So let's just say the haircut was $10. Then hair color was going to be $70, because she wanted blonde highlights. And then the weave was going to be, let's say, another $100. So you got right there $100, $70 plus $10 for the haircut was going to be $180. Now, mind you, the same service in a beauty salon, right, might run you $700-800. Top of the line, you looking maybe at $1,200. So, like I said, it's very important to give a thorough consultation, because the client might have the $180 and they're wanting to splurge. That's something they like to do for their birthday or special occasion, or they just want to invest in getting, hair extensions. But at least you have a clear understanding of what you can do, what you can't do. If we do this, this is what, it's going to cost. Not only that, if we do the hair extensions, you have to make sure that you take care of it. So it was one time that people would get the hair extensions and then they wouldn't want to come back. And honey child, they come back, they have like 2 or 3 inches of new growth, and you got to figure out a way how to cut the weave out. So you make sure when people get, certain services, you have to explain to them, hey, look, this is only temporary. You got to come back and, in 6 to 8 weeks to get it maintenance, washed, shampooed, or taken out, or whatever needs to be done. You just can't get it in there and don't come back. And it starts becoming like intertwined. The hair starts growing around the weave or whatever like that, and getting matted. So you have to make sure you explain to people, your client, that they have to maintain it properly, whatever it is. If it's color, sometimes people get color and then, the color messed my hair up. Well, no, the color didn't mess your hair up. If you get color, you have to come back and get it maintenance with the proper shampoo and conditioners. And, people go home and they buy something at the store and they want to just use any old kind of conditioners and shampoos on the hair, and you have to explain to them, hey, you got to use special color treated shampoo, or shampoo that's special for color treated hair. So during your consultation, you have to let them know all that. And at the end of the day, back to the lady wanting the hair color, haircut, and hair extension, she decided to come back another day. which is okay. But at least she know when she come back, this is what you need. This is how much it's going to cost. You know. So a consultation is like second to none. The first thing is like making sure you have the proper greeting when you meet people, or if they call to book a session with you, whatever. Sometimes most hairstylists or service people, they give you a free consultation if you come in to get a service done. But when you're doing a service, the consultation is everything. Like, don't leave home without it. You gotta make sure that you give a good, thorough consultation, and maybe take 10-15 minutes. And either they want to get the service done or they don't. Nowadays, when people they book online, you can charge $10 or whatever for the consultation if you would like, or $20, $25, and if they get the service done, you just take the amount from the consultation off of the price of the service. But like I said, cosmetology 101, you gotta make sure you give a good, thorough consultation. And most of the times, people, they have the money, they want the service done, they'll pay whatever it is. But it's best to do a consultation to make sure everybody's on the same page, and that you're able to give the clients what they want. Because worst case scenario, you can't do it or you don't know how to do it, and you take all day trying to do the people's hair and they don't like it, and it could be a mess. And you'll be wishing you did send them up. You'll be wishing you did send them up the street. You be wanting to because they be cutting up so bad. And not only that, sometimes you just get people that's having a bad day, and you give them a consultation. They come in, I want all this done, and you looking at it, and it's going to take you 4 hours to do it, let's say. And they coming in and you agree to close in 2 hours. Give that consultation, let them know, hey, I can't do it, but you can come back tomorrow or another day or something like that. So that's why it's good to give a consultation too, to make sure you give yourself enough time for different services, so you can take your time or whatever. Maybe, if it's color and all that, have them come in the morning. Because I've seen on occasion at one beauty school, I don't know what they call this, what they was doing. Like 4 o'clock, the lady come in, we closing at 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's like they still trying to do this and that, tone it and tone this and tone that, and lift this and lift that. And you ready to go home. So if you got obligations and things to do, you just have to, like I said, tell people, hey, I know you want this or that, but you have to come back Friday morning or come back Monday morning or whatever, and just make sure that you schedule accordingly. So like I said, you do all that with the consultation. Make sure you always give a good, thorough consultation. And if it's something you can't do, refer it out. I know one time, it was good money. It was like $200 way back in the day. I did these braids. This girl wanted this box braid, which I knew how to do it, but I literally braided her hair 8 hours. It took me all day, and it was $200. But then I got to thinking, I could have did not 2 or 3, but I could have did 4 relaxers. Back then, it was $50 a piece, $60 a piece. And sat down, relaxed, feet wouldn't have been hurting, got them in and out in a couple of hours instead of made $200 trying to take up 8 to 10 hours trying to braid somebody's hair. So it's best just to say, hey, I don't do that, but you know, Craig up the street does it. He does a good job. Let me send you to him. Oh, so funny. But I lived and I learned. And I hope I can share with you a lot of my experiences. And I hope they help you along the way. All right. Well, it's good talking to you. And please like and subscribe. And I'm not a, what do you say? I'm a beautician, not a musician. Because sometimes they want you to work magic. But sometimes you can't work magic. And that's the fun part about being a hairstylist, esthetician, barber, just to see the transformation people make when you shave their hair, cut their hair for the men, or you do a woman's hairdo, and just see them transform. It makes it all worth it to see people smile and happy. All right, well, adios, amigos.